ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's session. So we'll be continuing our discussion, our narration. So from where we stopped yesterday. So like that, Taksaka has bitten Pariksit Maharaj, and immediately he just a tree. If it is cut by axe, so how it is falling like that. Pariksit Maharaj fell down on the ground. Then after that, because of that great poisonous released by Taksaka, so there was fire in all the directions, and also it took to the Pariksit Maharaj's body, and also along with that whole building. Then all the ministers, they ran away from there. So they were lamenting like anything because their dear king so left his body. Even after all, so many endeavors, they were not able to save their king. Their king was very much dear for them. And all the ministers are well-wishers of the king. But when time comes, nobody can save. So death is compulsory. Even one might be billionaire. So with the desire of saving himself to get the best medical facilities, even if one earns so many millions of the money, billions of the dollars, so those will not be in use to save this life. Only one thing can save this life. That's the only one thing is, that's a Krishna prema. So doing the devotional service. So that's why everyone should take up this Krishna conscious process very seriously. Saunaka says, Ayurharati vai pumsam udyanastam chayannasau tasya yakshano nita uttama sloka vartaya. Our life is stolen by the sun setting and sun rising. Sun rising and sun setting. Sun is rising and sun is setting means Ayurharati Udyan. So sun is rising and setting, and like that he is taking away all our lifespan. So that's why Tasyartye Yakshano Nita Uttama Sloka Vartaya. But if anyone is able to spend that time, so which is spent in Krishna consciousness, Uttama Sloka Vartaya, if we use that time for hearing the glorious pastimes of the Lord, then that person's ayu is not stolen. So here it is said that you can take in another way. Even for a moment, if you hear the pastimes of the Lord, or if you spend your one moment so in hearing or chanting the glories of the Lord, then that person's lifespan, ayu, cannot be stolen by sun. Like that also you can take meaning. So even one moment if we chant the names, he is saved. Because his bhakti begins, then he will definitely go back to the God. So by all the material endeavors, finally we cannot achieve the thing that means Amritam. We want to be always in without death in such a situation. That is only possible by bhakti. Even Hiranyakashipu, he was doing so many austerities to save his life and he doesn't want to have death. But death is must actually in this material world. Even what to speak about. So even the Brahmaji, who is the first living entity, he also has death. And what to speak of small creatures like you and me. So if anyone wants to be immortal, only the solution is Uttama Sloka Vartaya. Just by spending the time in Krishna consciousness. So all these ministers, they were lamenting. But at the time, Pariksit Maharaj was having a small child. You know the time of the death. What is the age of Pariksit Maharaj? That is 60 years. In today's story, the same narration is being explained in the further pages. So there I have seen. I thought Pariksit Maharaj was very young at the time of death. No. His age was 60 years. He is also quite old man, not too much. So he was 60 years old man. And he was having a small child. And this boy is a very powerful boy, very small boy, and his name is Janmejaya. And he is very powerful in physically, and also he is having powerful intelligence. Like a elder people, how they have intelligence, such intelligence this boy is having. And he is like a Yudhishthira. This Janmejaya is also like Yudhishthira. He is having so many good qualities. And he is one of the best hero among all the Kurus. And along with his ministers, along with his purohits, he started ruling his country. Small boy was enthroned and he was successfully giving the protection for the everyone. And he is very potent enough in suppressing the enemies. So he became youth, he got youth, and it's a time for marriage. So Janmejaya is a very powerful boy, young man now. So that's why to get married, he went to Kasiraj. His name is Suvarna Varma. And he is having a beautiful girl, daughter, Vapustama. I don't know you all remember these names, but Janmejaya's wife will be what? Vapustama, the Suvarna Varma's daughter. And this Janmejaya asked her to give to him. Kasiraj was very happy because Kuru dynasty is very powerful dynasty. And among that, Janmejaya is very powerful. So then he got married with her. She was given to him. And after marrying, Nacha Anyan Harishu Manodade Kvachita. After marrying her, he didn't look even a single woman after that. Generally for Kshatriyas and also Vaishyas, it is allowed to have many wives. They can marry many, according to their capacity, they can marry. Capacity of what? Maintaining them and protecting them. Such a capacity if one has, they can marry. This is allowed in the Sanatana Dharma. But in the case of Brahmanas, it's rare, and also in the Sudras, it's rare. Mainly you can see in the case of Kshatriyas. So, but in the case of Janmejaya, he didn't look for any another woman. So, along with his queen in the beautiful gardens in his palace. So, like how Pururava was enjoying with Urvasi, the same way Janmejaya spent a lot of time with Vapustama. Vapustama was a chaste woman, and she was having such a beauty. She was unparalleled and her beauty to the entire world. So that's why she was very famous. So she is the best among his palace. So now, like this, Janmejaya got married and so and so. Now you come to this type. Our target is what? How this Sarpayaga is going to begin. That is the story actually. We already had read when the Uttanka, the disciple of Veda, so he got frustrated with the behavior of Takshak, then he went to Janmejaya because he wants to take revenge on Takshak. Because when he was bringing kundalas for his Guru Mata, Takshak gave so much pain to him. So that's why Uttanka wants to take revenge. That's why he went to Janmejaya. So anyway, we have seen how this Sarpayag is going to be dangerous for the Sarpas, and also how it is going to be stopped. For that, we want to learn the Astik story, appearance of Astik, and also the cause for the Sarpayag is the snake bite to the Pariksit Maharaja, that also we have seen. So then now, if you come this side, so Jaratkaru, and we should see the appearance of the Astik, that is also pending now, that we are going to see. But we have seen in a brief in previous. So same story is a little bit repeated. Jaratkaru was a great austere brahmachari, urdhvareta brahmachari. His whole life, from the childhood, he was following the brahmacharya vrata. And he is following the ayavara vritti. He was not staying at one place. He is going every day, different places. At the evening time, wherever he stays, wherever he, at that time, he stays there for the night. And once again, morning, he starts begin walking. So like that, he was not at all having any village, any property, anything. He was doing the severe austerities. He is a simple Brahmana and very rich in austerities, and is following the Brahmacharya Vrata. And such a pure Brahmana doesn't want to get married. So because he felt this life is waste of the time. Marriage is simply wasting. Why I have to get married? Let me focus on my liberation. Let me do the more and more tapasyas. So people who does severe austerities, they go to Tapolog. So he took a vow that he will never stay at one place. He will never take any, that means marriage, this and that. He took such a vow. And he used to eat air, Vayu Bakshi. Vayu Baksho Niraharaha, Shushan Naharaha Muniri, Sadadarsha Pitrun Garte, Lamba Mananado Mukan, Ekatantva System Vai, Viranastambhamasritan, Santantum cha Shaneramuva, Shaneramukham, Adadanam Bile. Sorry, there is power off. Astik was just a Vayu Bakshi. He was eating a. Just recently, I did little research. I heard from someone Vayu Bhaksha can become anyone. It's not a difficult task. Even yes, it's easy. Even we nowadays also can practice this. I heard like that. Some are also there doing. Anyway, I'm just sharing a little information. He became Vayu Bakshi and he was not taking any food. He was very much thin and lean. So one day he has seen his forefathers. He was hanging to one grass. That grass is also almost all is cut down. All the tantus, all the threads of that grass are cut. Only a small thread is remaining in that. One rat is cutting that. And so to that grass, so some are hanging. Their head is down and legs are up. And down to their head, there is a ditch. It's a very deep ditch. And if that rat, if cuts down further, that grass, that remaining threads of that grass, only one thread is remaining, small thread. So then what will happen? All these, so people who are hanging to that grass will go and fell into the ditch. And those people were very much lamenting. So fortunately or unfortunately, whatever it may be, Jaratkaru came there and he has seen their condition. Then after that, so there was conversation between them. And by seeing their situation, the soft-hearted Jaratkar started asking, "Oh my dear, so people, why you are all in this situation? What happened? Why you are all without any food? Why you are all looking very weak and not having any sufficient energy?" So I'm getting, my heart is getting melted. So then this Jaratkaru, who himself already very lean, and by seeing that situation of those peoples, that means they are all very skinny and not having sufficient food for many years, and they were looking like that because those are all nothing but Jaratkaru's forefathers. Jaratkaru was not married and he also became very old man. That means his age is also very much increased and he is not married and he is not following any family rituals to offer food for their forefathers, his forefathers. So that's why without any food, they were just hanging there and without any energy. So they were just weak. And also, this rat is nothing but what is the time. So because of the due course of the time, all the different branches of that dynasty, Jaratkaru's dynasty, previous forefathers, so there was not having any children. Only Jaratkaru, one thread is nothing but one children in that dynasty is remaining. That is Jaratkaru. And he is the responsible person to offer food for them in the Pitru Paksha time. So food offering food for the forefathers. But he is also not doing that for many years because he is just interested in his liberation and he is doing he's keep on doing his austerities. And because of this, they were very thin and lean. And Jaratkar went there and he started asking, "So why you are all such a thin and and without any effulgence in your faces. You are all hanging to such a grass, and it is almost all to be cut down, and you all may fell into the ditch. Why you are all hanging here? What happened? And this rat is always trying to cut down the everything. So then they started saying, my dear, so I don't know, we don't know who are you. You are looking very effulgent brahmachari. Because these Pitrus also, they didn't identify who is he. And also Jaratkaru also didn't understand who are they. So, but Jaratkaru got compassion on them. And these Pitrus, forefathers of Jaratkaru also, seeing that brahmachari and they are feeling some hope that, so they want to express their pain to him. They started saying this. So you are all you are looking like they don't know name also. My dear, you are looking very effulgent brahmachari. And we thought you are our savior. And you don't know we are in such a critical situation. So then Jaratkar was saying that, my dears, don't worry. We can give I can save. I can try to save all of you. So tell me, what should I do? Can I give my entire, that means first he said, can I give my power of the austerities so that will it be saving you? So you take at least one third, one fourth, one third, half. If you need, you take everything. But I am feeling so compassion. I want to save you all. But these Pitras are saying, what you are speaking, we are also very austere people. We have sufficient austere, the power of austerity we are also having. So that is not going to help our situation. That's of no use. Like someone is very much hungry for food, and you are going and offering the 10 kgs of gold. What is the use? Is there any use? Or 1 crore rupees you are offering to him, but not food. Is there any use? No use. Similarly, so they are saying there is no use of your austerities. We are also having the power of the austerity so much. That's not useful. Then they are saying, Santanam hi paro dharma eva maha pitamaha lambhatamiha nastata nagnanam pratibhati vai. Santanam hi paro dharma. Ahimsa paro dharma we have seen. Here, Vasudev is saying, Vasudev is very, in Mahabharata he said so many things. So, paro dharma he said that santanam. In Bhagavad he says paradharma is what? Paradharma is the bhakti, sadhana bhakti. We have seen in the Bhagavad you can see Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaitukya pratahata ayatma suprasidati. Savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhakti radokshaje, by which one can get Savai pumsam paro yato bhakti. Bhakti means what? Prema here. By which one can get prema in adokshaja. What kind of prema? Ahaituki apratihata prema. By which one can get. So, prema. What kind of prema? Ahaituki apratihata prema. And that is the paramadharma. What is that then? From which one can get the prema? That is sadhana bhakti. Bhagavatam is saying, in Amala Puranam is saying, what he is saying? Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmat saranam satam. Vedyam vastavamatra vastusya vadam tapatrayon modanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamani Krute Kimva Parairishwara Sadyo Hridya Vridyate Pratibhi Sushrushubhi Takshana. In this pure Amala Mahapuranam, he is saying, Paraha Dharma is what? Is the sadhana bhakti. But here what he is saying, Santanam hi paro dharma. He said Santanam. But before what he said, when Sahasrapath, that snake, Dundub snake, in previous life he was Sahasrapath, and he was giving the lessons to Ruru. So at that time, Sahasrapath, what he was saying, Ahimsa paro dharma. Ahimsa paro. So that's why, my dears, you should be always careful for what we are studying and which purpose we are studying. We are studying this Mahabharata to keep people in the mode of goodness. If you see the Prabhupada conversation today morning I sent, Prabhupada is saying two reasons mainly, if you see why. So we have to study Mahabharata. One is the unqualified people, we are not fit for doing the 24 hours devotional service. So that we should definitely follow, be trained in the dharma, so that it will keep in goodness, and so that we can properly come to the stage of the pure devotional service. Even if you think you are the pure devotee, he is saying that also to set an example, one should follow dharma. So like this, he has given very nice instructions which is said in the philosophy. So deeply, Prabhupada is simply conversation he is doing with his disciples Satswarupa and Harikesh. Sorry, Harishori Maharaj, Prabhu. So anyway, so the point is now is Pitrus are saying Santanam hi paro dharma. Are beta. So we don't have any, that means descendant, only one descendant is there, and that guy is not interested in marriage, and he is also not offering any oblations or any pinda to us, and he completely left all the rituals, and he started roaming village to village, and he just begging and living. What is this guy is doing? And we are all suffering in this Pitruloka, and we don't have any sufficient food, and we are feeling hungry. You can see our face is like how we have eaten so many years back, so many days back. So what can we do? And that boy, should he have get married, and should he have his children, and should he have performed the rituals for us? But so that's why we are saying Santanam hi paro dharma. If one doesn't have children, what is his life? His life is useless life. He's like a barren land. What is the use of barren land? Is there any use? No use. So even cows also they don't go in the barren land. Nothing will be there. So this is like a barren land. Nobody will be giving respect in the society. Those who doesn't have any children, they cannot be allowed to stand in front of any auspicious festivals or anything. This I am saying on the Vyavaharika society. This is also very important. So one should get married. That means whoever is getting married, one should get married definitely, until unless he is really so having the spirit of spreading this Krishna consciousness. So only just dress changing is not good. And second thing is, many are getting married and they are not having the children. They are thinking that having children is burden. They are thinking that they are all painful for them for their sadhana. This is completely useless rascaldom actually. Really, I am saying, after marriage, so if you went for marriage, the purpose of having marriage is to get the Krishna conscious children, and having nicely sex, and having the food from the woman and eating, and he doesn't want to get the children, and they were even devotees also. They are thinking that these children are burden, and but they want the woman to have the support in all the ways. But they don't want to have children, and they don't want to. They feel that it's a risky. It's just waste of time having children. And let us we both practice our sadhana, and we can be happily so become pure devotees, and we can go back to the God, husband and wife. So nice. But this is a wrong concept. No. If you marry, that means you should have children. You should try. You should try for that. If the Lord doesn't give means, that's okay. But you should try. But I don't want to try. Just I want to be like this. And it's a burden for our it's a burden for hurdle for our sadhana. One thing like that, then it's a wrong thing actually. That's not at all allowed. Then you should not go for marriage at all. Then you have to be a brahmachari. And that woman, that girl could have been married with someone else. Someone else actually. So then why you marry? You are married. And some are marrying after 40s. Why? What is the use of marrying 40s? What do you want to do actually after marriage at 40 years? Huh? So marriage means 25, less than 20. Actually, Shastra says marriage means 16 for the male. But anyway, now, so they are in the Gurukul 25 till that time. So then after that, they are having the permission to get married. So 25 years. That's the right age. If you miss 30 years, no problem, be brahmachari. And dedicate yourself and see your Krishna is only your lover. And you love with him. And take up the Prabhupada's mission as your lover. And you try to serve her. Prabhupada's mission itself is your dear most lover. And fulfilling that, you should pour your blood. Like how you are pouring your blood for your wife. A Grihastha is pouring his blood for his wife and children. He is working day and night like a donkey. Savidvara hostrakarai. What he's saying? Wow. See, Bhagavatam also is cooperating. Just opened and same sloka came. That is actually mercy of Srila Sukadeva Goswami and Bhagavatam. Savidvara hostrakarai samstuta purusha pachu nayat karna patopeto jatu nama kadagrajaha. Savidvara hostrakarai. They are like dogs. They are like pigs. They are like camels and they are like donkeys. They are working like that day and night, like donkeys. So they are suffering. They are suffering like anything. So because they have so much deep attachment for women and children. So that's why. So then this brahmachari who doesn't want to have children, then he should love the mission of the Srila Prabhupada. She is also mission. Prabhupada's mission, Prabhupada Utyam. He also can be your lover. You love that. You dedicate your life and work day and night for that. So nowadays, you can see devotees don't have any interest to do services. They are not able to do service of 2 hours also. But for the karmi world, for getting money, through that money they want to have sense gratification. For that they are without any complaint. They are doing the service for 10 hours, 12 hours. But whoever taken up the saffron dress and full time, if we are asking them to do service, they don't want to serve even 4 hours also. 2 hours also nowadays. They are saying this pain, this problem, that problem, I have this, I have that. But a Grihastha who married and who wants money is working 10 hours under a karmi. But a devotee who married the mission of Srila Prabhupada, but they don't have time to serve. What is this? It's a very unfortunate situation. Anyway, so we'll come to our point. So they are saying, what is the value of not having a santanam? So there is no progeny. There is no santanam hi parodhara. That means having children is the highest dharma. For a grihastha, having children is really is very auspicious. It's very wonderful. And they should train the children in Krishna consciousness. It's a great opportunity. They have opportunity to preach, to train. So these forefathers are saying, my dear boy, you are looking so effulgent. I think you are very fortunate guy. So you came to us. We were lamenting, but you have very broad heart, big heart. You offered all the power of your austerities for our upliftment. Such a heart you have, what a wonderful heart you have. Even we don't know who are we to you, but still you are offering this. It's looking like we are so fortunate by meeting you. So, okay, let us introduce ourselves to you. We were previously Yayavar Rishis. So that means their caste is Yayavar Brahmanas, actually. That means Gumnewala, roaming people. Even in the Europe also you can see. They will be having one tent and one small vehicle. So they take out all the tent and they will make there some house, tent house, then stay for 1 2 days. They enjoy that place. Then after that they go to another place and they go and enjoy. These people were going for enjoyment. These Europeans to the different places. And there is a lot of vacant place. I think it is there. They want to enjoy. Having the different kick in different place. For kick. But these Yayavaras now, for the kick they are going. They are going for the austerity. They are just begging and sustaining their life. They are roaming around because they don't want to have attachment for any one place. That is their interest. These guys, they want to see varietiness. Looks like they are also Ayavaras, European Ayavaras. European Ayavaras are for enjoyment, not for the austerities. That difference you should know. So our dynasty now is almost all to end because there is only one descendant is remaining. That guy is, what can we speak about him? That guy is in front of them only. But they don't know that is Jaratkaru only and their descendant. And they started saying, because of our one descendant is still remaining. And his name was Jaratkaru. And he studied all the Vedas and Vedangas. And he's a very learned man. And he controls his mind and senses. And he's great. Austerities he does. He follows. He's a very austere person. But he has so much greed for doing the austerities and wants to go for Tapolo. But he doesn't care for us. And he doesn't have wife. But he already have 40 years, 50 years. He got already now 50 years. And but he doesn't have any wife. No wife and also no son. Na rahega baans, na bachega bansuri. Wife ही नहीं रही तो बच्चा कैसा आएगा? So there is no wife and also no son. And no brothers, nothing. He is alone and no relatives. దేశదిమ్మరి దేశదిమ్మరి గాసెద్దులా తిరుగుతున్నాడు అని అంటాం కదా తెలుగులో. దేశదిమ్మరైపోయి గాసెద్దులా తిరుగుతాడు పని పాట లేకుండా. మమ్మల్ని కూడా అలాగే అనేవాళ్ళు. ఏంట్రా ఇట్టగా అయిపోయావని. I think others they don't know, but in Telugu guys they can understand. So brahmacharis they are not married and not taking any family responsibilities. People generally sometimes they say like this to us also. This guy is irresponsible guy, not married and no children, nothing, and he is just eating someone's and happily living his life. And he is like such a nasty fellow, and he got habituated to beg and eat, and he is not at all working, and he is just a lazy fellow. Like that, they scold like anything to us in villages if we go sometimes. You might not be knowing this. This is a fact. So these so forefathers are saying, they are expressing their lamentation. That guy is only selfish guy. He doesn't want to care for the forefathers and he wants to do his austerities and go back to the higher planets. And because of his activities, because he's not taking care to increase the dynasty, and so that the ablations, that means offering the pinda, will be continued and will be happily live in the Pitraloka. But now, because of this, we became anath, orphans. We became orphans. And if he doesn't marry, then definitely will fell from that Pitraloka. So, my dear son, you are looking very nice, very kind. So, if you know that Jaratkaru, that nasty guy who escaped from the family responsibilities, and definitely you says these following things. You say to him, so Jaratkar, your forefathers were lamenting like anything. They are now about to fall from Pitraloka, and so they don't have any hope further. You are only the hope. So you have to get married with a beautiful girl and good girl, not beautiful, good girl who doesn't have Varna Sankara. That means if land is impure, then the crop is also bad. That's why women contaminated. Our womb should not be contaminated. Many people nowadays they are having sex before marriage and thinking that I like it. What is I don't care for this nasty feelings, this so-called nonsense. What is this pativrata? These are all we don't like. This chastity. These are all nonsense. जहाँ मजा है वहाँ हमारा मन है. जो मजा आएगा वही करेंगे. Nowadays, girls also thinking, whatever is liking for me, enjoyment, whatever enjoyment, wherever I can get, I will do that. Who are you to ask me? You don't have any rights. That means such a girls, they keep on roaming with these so many boys before marriage, having the dozens of boys as boyfriends and having the sex, illicit sex. And similarly, boys are trapping and they are living together. 2 boys and 5 girls. This is the situation in the Indian cities also nowadays, for all of your information. In Bangalore, in Delhi, Mumbai, in Hyderabad, and Chennai. This is happening. So 3 boys, 3 girls. 2 boys, 3 girls. 1 boy, 2 girls. So like this, they are having the left and right sex with the before marriage. And their wombs are completely contaminated actually. Their heart is contaminated and their karma is contaminated, their womb is contaminated, their consciousness is contaminated. From that, Varna Sankara will come. Polluted children will come from there. She was having the love for someone and having the marriage with another one. What is this? What will happen with this? This is going to produce the Varna Sankara. Many people think that what is there? So they see everything as like animal. Like an animal, how it sees, they are also seeing nowadays like that. So because of this, complete Varna Sankara children are produced and they are all demons. They are all demons like, so they are friends of the demons and coming here through these wombs. These polluted wombs are the entry doors to enter into this Kali Yuga and destroy the dharma further. From the girls, contaminated girls, so what will be produced? The Varna Sankara children, that means who are the representatives of the Kali, are produced and they are destroying the society further. That's why Prabhupada wanted. This Krishna conscious movement is going to train the people what is dharma and what is right and wrong. And they will be so having the regulation in their sex life. And they will be trained from the beginning. And they will be producing the pure Vaishnavas and who are going to purify the entire society. That's why this Krishna conscious movement is very important. Srila Prabhupada says again and again. This movement is meant for purifying the society. purifying the environment, purifying this whole planet. That's the purpose. So that is the purpose of marriage in Krishna consciousness. The great, wonderful child will come and is going to revert the whole society. This has to happen. So, my dear, so that's why, boy, you please tell to that guy. So, to get married with a girl, with a pure girl, uttama ritis, and also with a proper system you should follow to get married, not just register marriage. So, you should go for proper marriage ritual, samskara, and produce the children. Then that is going to make happy us. And also, my dear boy, you say to him, you say to that person, that Jaratkaru, so that he is only the one person remaining in this dynasty. And he was only the hope. And if he doesn't marry, then there is a big problem. And the whole dynasty from the Pitraloka will fall into this ditch. That is, ditch means what? It is the earth planet. From the higher planets, they has to fall down to earth planet. Oh, Brahman boy. So you see our situation, how we are in a pity situation. Please, oh Brahmana Devata, help us. But that also tells to him is a foolish. Satam taporatam mandam shanai shapayate tudan jaratkarum tapolabdam mandatmanamachetasam. He is a foolish guy. He is a less intelligent man. He is a lazy fellow. And he is selfish guy. And he has greed for his own progress. And such a guy, so should you scold him like that. So either you do bhakti full time or otherwise get married. No intermediate stage. Nowadays we are getting some people, they are not surrendered to the Guru and doing the full time service as per instructions of Guru. And also they are not getting married, but they are working in the corporates and they are earning money and they are enjoying. This another category is coming nowadays. And they are saying we are Bhishma Ashram. We are like Bhishma. What is this actually? New trend they are bringing actually. This is also another speculation. There is no such a ashram. Either you should be under the protection of wife or otherwise protection of Guru. Wife will be protecting. If he doesn't come on the time and if he's roaming here and there, every day she will be putting time. So, and also every day 10 times she will call. Hey, where are you? What you are doing? With whom you are speaking? Do you have any connections with other women? You are doing anything? You are spending time, you are spending money, everything she is calculating and she is like a rod of chastisement. She always take a rod. If he does any wrong thing, and like that she will be beating. It's good actually. This woman is protecting to not to become a useless guy in the society. That means not to pollute the society. She always protecting him. And also he protects her. And she protects him. This is good. She always inquire everything. Old parents, what they can inquire? They cannot inquire anything. So that's why either you should be under the full control of Guru. Guru, whatever service he has given, you should be 24 hours just dwelling in that in front of everyone. So as per the instructions of Guru, you should serve for the society. You serve for the organization, our ISKCON organization. You serve it. And serve for, this is the Guru's ashram. Our organization is Guru's ashram. You be full time and serve. Otherwise get married. But not fully following the Guru's instructions and also not getting married and happily earning money, keeping that money and doing whatever enjoyment. And no one is on top of him. No one is having no authority he accepts. This is very wrong. This kind of ashram is rejected. This kind of practice of devotion is rejected. One should be properly situated either brahmacharya ashram or otherwise grihastha ashram or otherwise vanapasta ashram. And also you tell to that foolish Jaratkaru, my dear boy, tell him that his austerities are no use for us. His austerities are only useful for him. He may go for the tapoloka, but it's not at all useful for all of us. And one thing, if he doesn't marry and he is doing austerities, and after that we fell down, and along with us he will also fall down. Because if we do austerities, he will go to the tapoloka, and from the tapoloka also he has to fall down. And similarly, they are all the friturloka, and they are also falling from there. So like that, he also has to fall down finally. So that's why ask him to get married, and the dynasty keep on providing the food for us, and we can happily stay in Pitraloka like this. See, this is the Alpa Buddhi. Staying in Pitraloka is a permanent solution. Everyone should do pure devotional service and go back to the Godhead. That is the real solution, actually. But as per Karma Kanda, so they might be going to go to the Swargaloka or otherwise Pitraloka, which is part of the Swargaloka. So, but these two are not permanent solutions. So that's why in the Bhagavatam, if you see in that perspective of Bhagavatam, yes, one should go out and should not, one cannot, even if he is the only one son in the dynasty. But if we go for bhakti full surrender to the Lord and doing the full devotional service, then in that case, there is nothing wrong actually. He is not going to do any harm to his forefathers. Because of his pure devotional service, all the forefathers also will be uplifted from there too. So to take birth in the wombs of the devotees to practice further bhakti. Their bhakti account is opened by this person, this descendant who did the devotion. And then after that onwards, they can also further progress in their devotional service. So that's why that is the best solution. If you are able to make everyone devotees and he is even a single son, then no problem, they can. So happily forefathers also will be uplifted, provided he should be very fully surrendered devotee. Otherwise, he is not also just not following the rituals and also not doing the pure devotional service. Just in the temples, in Mata Mandir, just eating every day paneer nicely and sleeping for 5-6 hours daytime and 6 hours night time, and after that, so eating for 2 hours and passing stool and then washing body and everything for another 2 hours. So then after that, cleaning the clothes. Then after that, just putting tilak half an hour and wearing dhoti half an hour. Then after that, sleeping, eating. For doing this thing, and he is not dedicated, not fully surrendered to the Lord, and also not married, and nagarka, naghatka. This is not at all good. So full time means full surrenderance, ready to do anything, anytime, anywhere. This should be there. Then those persons can be uplift their forefathers. And tell to that boy. So my dear boy, tell to our Jaratkaru, we became anath, orphans. Now we want to become sanath. So after hearing all this boy is nothing but that same Jaratkaru, so whom they were looking. And this Jaratkaru started crying now. So he fell into the deep sorrow. And he started, so his voice is choked up. Vachatan pitrun dukkada bashpa sandigdaya gira. So Tears are coming out from his eyes, and his voice is choked up and not able to speak properly. So then Jaratkaru is speaking like this. Oh, my dear forefathers, you are all my forefathers only. So please tell me. So I am that Jaratkaru only. So I am only the cause for all of your pain. And I am such a sinful Jaratkaru. And I am sinful boy. Not boy, he's an old man now, 40 to 50 years. So you all can punish us. Please give punishment. Like that he was. So he's a very soft-hearted boy. So he said like that. Then Pitru said, oh my dear son, don't lament, don't cry. First stop your crying. Why you are all crying? Why you are crying? So you didn't get married till now. Yes? And Jaratkaru said yes. So whenever I think, I feel this is useless. Why I have to get married? I am so happy with this brahmachari life. I am following unbroken brahmachari life from my childhood. So now I want to go to the higher planets to continue this by this brahmachari. Why this so unnecessary expansion? Wife, children, family, earning money, this, that, all this nonsense business. I want to focus on my spiritual life, my advancement. Like that he said. And also he said, I fully decided that not to take up any girl. But now I am seeing your pity situation. It's really very painful for my heart. And now your pity situation is turning my heart. If I don't get married and produce a child, then you all will fall down, and it's really very much painful for me. So that's why this is the one of the lowest reason only. Getting married to deliver the forefathers or to continue the rituals for the forefathers and to extend the dynasty. This is one of the basic criteria to get married. But higher criteria is inviting the Vaishnavas through prayers. So in that pure womb, which is that means a girl when she does chanting purely and fully dedicated herself for the Srila Prabhupada's mission and into the Krishna consciousness, and she is fully understood. So Krishna consciousness and dedicated herself for this mission for Krishna. And in such a womb, and the boy who also dedicated himself for spreading this Krishna consciousness and who surrendered fully and who does so pure chanting and such a people, that's whom is clean. In that case, whatever her flashback, don't mind. But once, so they does purely the bhakti and for the long time and their womb is purified. And from them, a pure Vaishnava can come out. So a pure Vaishnava can come out. But who knows what kind of apradhas they have and what kind of so treatment Lord wants to give to the children to them. We don't know. Sometimes may happen. That means devotees may not be having. And that's the Lord's Leela also can play. We don't know this. But there is a good chance. Okay? So that is the highest reason. This is the highest reason. But the cheapest fellow is, oh, I like this girl. So I love you. Like that he's saying. And for that, so he is marrying her. Because without her, I cannot live for a moment. Oh, it's so painful for me. And she also, oh, I love him. So I cannot live. For that sake, if they marry, that means they want to gratify their senses. So if that is the motivation, and from them what kind of children will come? What kind of children will come? You can expect what kind of children will come. Only purely for the gratifying the each and other senses. Through his senses, he wants to gratify her senses, and through her senses, she wants to gratify his senses. Then in that case, nonsense will come out. So this Jaratkaru is saying, so by seeing now my heart is changing. So, but my dear forefathers, if I now I change my heart because of your pity situation, but one condition is there: if I got a girl, and her name also should be the same name, Jaratkaru. That means what? He wants like-minded girl. What is the meaning of Jaratkaru? Jara means decay. Karu means strong and stout. Initially, this boy, Jaratkaru, was Karu. He was having a strong body, muscular body, biceps, six pack. But after doing the severe austerities, he became Jara. That means completely his body is like a just a skin. Skin is wrapped on the bones. Such a body he was having. And that means he did such many austerities. That's why he is known as Jaratkaru. The one who decayed his strong and stout body by the austerities is known as Jaratkaru. And that's why he wants Jaratkaru. Jaratkaru wants to marry another Jaratkaru. That girl also should do such austerities, and she also so undergone for the severe austerities, and her strong and stout body she also made into the thin and lean. This is like engineer wants to marry engineer, and doctor wants to marry doctor, and Jaratkaru wants to marry Jaratkaru. So this was the Jaratkaru's condition. Wow. Okay. And he put one more. One, not only one. He included in that condition so many things. And I want to get that girl in the form of a charity. I cannot go to anyone and try to. That means like the kings, they fight and they earn or they kidnap. I don't do like such things. And I cannot offer money or I cannot endeavor. Just I want to get as a donation. And Dusra, and one more point. And I will not take care of her. That means I will not do hard work, because to maintain a wife, one has to do day and night. He has to work day and night. Yes, nowadays it is increased a lot. Otherwise, in this competition world, maintaining a wife happily without any complaints, and along with the children, two children, and providing all facilities and all the good things. So one has to work like anything. But this Jaratkar doesn't want to do anything like that. He doesn't want to do work hard and maintain her. And there is also one more condition. Just he will marry, but he doesn't want to earn anything. And also that girl should be given as a donation to him. They should come and give to him. And she should be Jaratkaru. That means she also did the austerity severely. If I get such a girl, my dear forefathers, I can marry as per your desire. Then Pitrus are thinking, what you are putting conditions? Getting such a girl is easy. And they have become once again hopeless. What this boy is saying. But this is the situation. I will definitely marry if I get girl like this. And also, so I will marry her as per the Vedic rituals. And from that girl, if a child comes, then you are all lucky. Then he will perform austerities, further oblations he will offer. No problem. So like this, Jaratkaru told to his forefathers, and after that he left that place and he keep on roaming. But he became already very old at that time. By seeing himself, he is thinking, who will give? I am a old man, बूढ़ा हूं मैं. ये बुड्ढे को कौन देंगे? वो भी लड़की को, वो लड़की वाले अपने आप आके देना है, और इसके ऊपर मैं उसका नाम जरतकर, मैंने वो भी आस्टडीज करने वाला होनी चाहिए, और उसमें कोई शरीर में दम नहीं रहना चाहिए और हट्टा फुट्टा नहीं रहना चाहिए, और इसके ऊपर उसका पालन पोषण ये नहीं करेगा, कमाई भी नहीं करेगा, और फिर लेकिन फिर भी ये शादी करेगा, और उसके बाद बच्चा होगा तो तब ठीक है, देखो इसका कंडीशन. ये सब बोल के. So he was putting all these conditions, and he was thinking also himself. So who will give a girl for this old man? So like this, he waited, and he became further old. So these forefathers have blessings on him. Because like how the demigods can give blessings, forefathers also can give blessings. If one doesn't, that means who is not a devotee, and also who doesn't do the rituals for the forefathers, then their forefathers will be unhappy, and then after that they will say that they will give a curse. In his life, there will be no happiness. There will be always diseases in his body, and he should not be getting any good results of his business. And like that, they can curse him, and then he'll be hunted by their curses. So that's why you should do pure devotional service. Then your forefathers also will be uplifted, and they will be happy. Otherwise, you will be getting curse. Okay. So that in this case, so by becoming blessed by these forefathers, then he started feeling that to go to a forest. And he went there. Then after that, after going there, then he started crying. And he is feeling so much lamentation and crying. And I want to marry, I want to marry. In the forest, he is crying. He should go in the city and cry, na? What a use of in the forest. But anyway, so forefathers inspired him, and then that's why he went to the forest, and he's crying there. I want to get married. I want a girl. I want a girl. I want a girl. And I am begging a girl. I am begging a girl. Like that. But luckily, what happened? So in that same forest, that Vasuki, he already ordered his brothers. So you all go different directions and find that Jaratkaru. From Aila Patra, they heard. From Aila Patra, they heard that there is a Brahmana whose name is Jaratkaru, and he will be begging, and so they has to give, Vasuki should give a, so his sister to this Jaratkaru. So that's why they are all searching, where is Jaratkaru, where is Jaratkaru? And they are all there also in the forest. Now they got idea. Wow, mil gaya. So then we got the person whom we are searching. So they all immediately inform to the Vasuki. So he was crying, and he's shouting, so please anyone come and give a girl, and I should get married, and like that. Then Vasuki came to know this. So they all informed. Then after that, Vasuki came along with his sister Jaratkar. Then he immediately said, so take this girl. Then our Jaratkar started thinking, so you are giving a girl fine, but what is her name? She is conditioned. Anyone will be looking for the name in the marriage matches. If the girl is having this name, then only I will marry. I didn't see such a conditions. what this guy is having, because Jaratkaru means he understood. That means the person who did the austerities. That is the meaning actually. His intention of marrying Jaratkaru means she should be also having the same attitude. That is the main point actually, you should understand. So then he asked, what is her name? Jaratkaru asked, and also, I don't want to earn money and feed her. This is my condition. You are giving charity, okay. Along with this charity, you should give so much charity also. Money also you should arrange. If you arrange everything, then only I can take. Otherwise, what can I do by marrying her? I am marrying for only for the sake of my forefathers. They are crying. I want to deliver them. That's why I want a girl. And it's a responsibility of them and yours. So they should give blessings and you should accept that. And you should maintain your sister by providing the lot of always katna adugutunnadu dowry. It's like a dowry. It's like a dowry, you can think. So he is asking. So you should give all the maintenance along with her. All the maintenance of her also should be provided. So then, if after marrying this girl, I always in the, but actually I am always in the mood of the liberation. So I don't want, but only for the sake of forefathers, I am going for this. So that's why it's your responsibility providing of everything for her. So if you are all accepting for all these conditions, so you can give your sister to me. Then Vasuki said, Vasuki is in the full of hungry. When can we give this girl to Jaratkaru and they can produce a rishi, that means Astika, and he is going to save all of us from my mother's curse, their mother's curse. So that's why they are all excited actually. So when these conditions are said, immediately said, my sister's name is also your name. Don't worry about this. And she is this girl, she is my sister. And she is also Jaratkaru, means she is also Tapaswini. She did lot of austerities like you. And she made her body thin and lean like you. So that's why she is also slimmer and you are also slimmer. Slim marries another slim. Slim. Okay. So take it. And don't worry about maintaining this girl. And I have a lot of property. And I can give everything to you. You come to our house. You stay with us. And you eat and sleep. But you should produce a child. That is our interest. So then, so Jaratkaru said, Nagaraj, so I'm saying again, I will not maintain her, but you should give. And one more powerful condition is putting. Anytime if she makes a single mistake, that means if she makes me unhappy for any single moment, I will immediately leave her and go to my forest. Immediately I will leave her. So what a condition he was putting. So you are accepting this condition also? Tell me. That means she should not make unhappy at any cost, anytime. Otherwise, I will go away. So then our Nagaraj Vasuki accepted this also. My sister will be serving like anything. She will be, you just marry her, then you can see how she is going to serve you. You'll be surprised. She will never make you at any time unhappy. Okay? Okay, my dear. So first you should get me. So then after that, their marriage happened in a sastric way, as per the Vedic mantras. And then Nagaraj has taken the couple to his palace, and he has given a palace to for them, and Jaratkaru happily living there. And that is very, very costly palace, having the luxurious facilities. Everything is there. That means this austere person who is sleeping on the fields on the floor, and such a person now he got a so full of rich opulent facilities, AC room, all the bed, and all the luxurious things, and so much food for eating, and no begging. He is given with all the facilities. So then he told to his wife, already I told to your brother, you should not do such a work which is not liking for me. And you should not speak anything which is not pleasing me. Be careful. He's very kadus. He's a tapasvi. Son, he gave warning to her. If you do anything like this or anything you speak against me, immediately I will leave this place. तो अपना डिमांड तो बना के रखा है तो पहले से ही because he is marrying for the forefathers, and also Vasuki is so majboor hai, means he is having his own need actually, because they want astik. So that's why. So from that day onwards, त्यजेयं विप्रिये च त्वां कृते वासं च ते गृहे एतद्गृहाण वचनं मया यत् samudiritam. So that's why if you do any activity or any speech like that, I will leave. And after hearing this, so that girl became so, that means tensed, so much tensed. God, we have a mission behind this, after, behind my marriage. I should be very careful with him until a child he gives. That at least he should be patiently, she has to serve till this much. Otherwise, all the Nagas will be finished. So that's why, and that girl is very much alert. And this Jaratkaru is a very austere person. Austere person means always they are angry. They were having their anger on their nose. Immediately they will be showing their anger. And she is very, very carefully started serving. She became what? Upayaihi Svetakakiyai Priyakama Yashaswini Svetakakiya Upayaihi. That means she is serving like what? Like a dog, like a heron. That means a deer, and like a crow. Why this? This is the Sweta Kakiya. Chesta means Sweta means what? Shwa. Shwa means dog, female dog. Eta means deer, and Kaka means crow. She is serving like dog, heron, that means deer and crow. Why it is compared like this? Because she was sleeping like dog, Swana Nidra. All the dogs, it looks like that they are sleeping, but they are always in the alert mode. Even a small sound comes, immediately the dog's ear will be standing like this. Like this, both will be standing. So because even they are deeply sleeping, immediately it will be so Swana Nidra. That means sleeping like dog. And That means when he will ask what, she's always in the alert. And Hiran, that means deer. She always like deer. That means if you see the deer, it is always in the fear. Fear of what? So any threat may come. Deer have a very weak heart. Deer is having a very weak heart. She's like a Hiran. And our glances all the time with fear. So what I can make my words, what words of mine may make unhappy of him? What kind of my actions make him unhappy? And he may say that he'll be leaving. So like that, she's always in the fear of making him may unhappy. So then she's also like crow. So crow means, so from the crow, what you should learn? Crow is also very much alert animal. So crows, they're always watching. If there's just if your hand rise like this little bit, immediately they'll straight jump. That means they always seeing the signals. What signals are coming from the whom? From the enemies or from the friends. So they are alert in the catching the signals. Similarly, she is like a crow. What signal he is giving, whether he glances, immediately she will understand, and oh, my God, he is looking for some water. Immediately she goes and present herself with the water. And if you say, then immediately she will be, oh, I think he needs this, that, and she needs the bed. Immediately I think she needs the some, so samidas. So like that, there is no much speaking or nothing. And like a husband and wife, they keep on chit-chatting and hours, nothing. He's always tapasvi, he's doing his tapasya, and only just he's doing the signals and she's catching that signals and always trying to happy. And she's always feeling like a deer. And she is sleeping like a dog, swan. This is the condition of her. So then what happened? After some time, she got the dates, menstrual period, and after that she cleaned herself and bathed herself. And with that, after doing the Ritu Snana, so she approached so him. Now I am very clean. So please make my this bathing, Ritu Snanam, fruitful. And she appeared in his service. Then after that, so Jaratkaru made Garbhadana Samskar. She kept his powerful effulgent, so Virya in her womb. And that is like a effulgent like sun, such a Virya he is having. Because he was doing the tapasya from the childhood. And he is a Urdhvareta Brahmachari. Completely. From the childhood he was fully Brahmachari. So if people are brahmacharis, only one time is enough to produce a child. Nowadays they are doing years and years, but no child, no use. The reason is there is no potency. There is no potency in them because this is the reason actually. I mean, girl is also not having the potency because their food habits are wrong, and males because of masturbation again and again doing the masturbation from the age of 14 and by the age they get 30 years. That means 16 years of masturbation, and now they are looking for the marriage. After that marriage, they are trying to get a children, but no faith. No use, already gone. Everything is wasted. So that's why after that they are trying, and after marriage, 4 5 years later, they may be after the great endeavors, they are getting a small child. Finally, small child. What can I do? This is a fact I'm saying. Am I saying anything wrong? Vandita Madhuri, am I saying anything wrong? Hmm. It's not at all wrong. It's a fact, actually. Because of their bad habits, they don't have any potency. What can we do? It's the truth. Otherwise, they are borrowing the sperm from the someone else. This also started doing actually. People is completely restricted in the Kali Yuga. It's not at all recommended. So that's not good. So then, so they got, she got, and her womb is increasing. Like how the sun from the Krishna Paksha to the Sukla Paksha, you keep on increasing. So like that, her womb is growing. So after some days, Jaratkaru felt something. That means this mad guy. Mad guy means this severe aster guy. So one day he felt something bad and he was just lying. So he was lying in the lap of his wife and he is sleeping. And already time is evening time. Astachal. Surya is going into the Astachal. That means evening time one should not sleep. At the time of the Sandhya, that means evening Sandhya or the morning Sandhya, you should not sleep. Before Sandhya, you should wake up. At the time of Sandhya, one should not sleep and one should do the spiritual activities like doing the Sandhya Vandanam, or one should do the chanting, the mantras, or otherwise worshipping the Lord. These things has to be done. One should not sleep. If they sleep, they will be hunted by the ghost. Okay. So he was just keeping his head in the lap of so his wife and he's sleeping. And already now it's the time. So evening Sandhya time it is. Now what should be done? Tell me, what should be done now? Whether she has to wake up him or whether she has to not to wake up. If she wake up, what will happen? If you feel dharma is more important than the anger, whatever comes from the Jaratkaru. If that is important, if she feels and if she wake up, then he will say that. So why you wake up me? So don't you think that I don't know this much? From my childhood, I am doing Sandhya Vandana. And he will become unhappy and he will definitely feel bad. And if she doesn't wake up, for that also will be problem. Then he will say? Anyway, I felt very tired and I slept, but you didn't wake up me, and you made me to fall from my dharma. now, now, ముందు నుయ్య వెనక గొయ్య. The Telugu proverb actually. ముందుకెళ్ళినా ప్రాబ్లమే, వెనక పోయినా ప్రాబ్లమే. Even if he wake up is also problem. Not waking up also is a problem. So she has to take one choice. So then she thought that okay, making him to follow dharma is best. So even if he feel angry, so what can I do? So I should make him to follow his dharma. That's a wife's duty actually. That's a good decision by the Jaratkaru. So female Jaratkaru. So then she made him, my dear Prananath, oh Prananath, what are you doing? So you are sleeping. It's all the time for Sandhya time. You please wake up. So with the sweet voice, Nath, oh Nath. So like that very sweetly, she was saying to wake up. But this very ferocious man who is always on the nose, there is anger. He wake up, waking up, he started saying, he just expressed his anger. And at the time, Jaratkaru's anger is in peak. And by seeing his anger, she started trembling. So then Jaratkaru said, "You just insulted me. Why did you wake up? That means, don't I know when to wake up or not to wake up? So now you made me unhappy. I don't want to stay with you. The way I came here, in the same way I will go back." So do you know, without doing Sandhya, so sun will be setting. Sun is having such a power in front of me. What do you think about me? If I don't do Sandhya, then sun will be there only. That much power I have. And you thought that now the Sandhya is happened and then I will not be waking up. What did you think about me? It's a completely an insult for me. And you started teaching me. So now I felt unhappy. You made me unhappy. Now I cannot stay here. This is an insult for me. So in such a place, when husband is insulted by a wife, he cannot stay there. Now I am leaving. So nobody. And I am very sincere and serious person from my childhood. I didn't do any mistake and nobody insulted me. No, I cannot stay. So like that he said. Then that poor girl, that poor Jaratkaru female started trembling and she started falling on his feet. So, my dear best among the Brahmanas, I don't have any intention to insult you. If I don't wake up you, I thought that you will be missing Sandhya Vandan. And also sleeping on the evening times is a time for the Bhutas and Pretas. Bhuta Pretas. Sandhyam pravartate cheyam paschimayam dishi prabho. Pradushkrutagnihotroyam muhurto ramyadarunaha. Sandhyam pumasakya bhagavan rupah srishtva yatavrata. Because at that time, bhutas and pretas are keep on roaming, and if you sleep, then you will be disturbed by them. So that's why evening times one should not sleep. Also, one should not eat in the Sandhya time. One should not do sex. If they do sex in the evening time, Sandhya time, what will happen? Then Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha will be appearing from their wombs. So if they one eat, then it's a very inauspicious and mind will be agitated. Because that is touched by the bhutas and pretas. And if you take that, then you will be polluted actually. Your consciousness will be polluted. And you should not sleeping. If you sleep in that Sandhya time, then you'll be attacked by the ghost. They will sleep on you. They will enter into you because of your lower consciousness at the time. And they came because that is the time for them. They have a lot of power now at the time. And because of their domination was there in that time. So then any weak conscious person easily can be attacked by that. So that's why uncleanliness, bad habits only the cause for the attacking of the ghosts. Now, ghost nowadays millions and millions of people are attacked by the ghost. The reason is because of their uncleanliness. That's why everyone should be Krishna conscious and make their heart clean by the chanting holy names, and also they should make their so external and all the internal body clean by following the regulated life given by the Krishna consciousness. So that's why it's very important to spread this movement. Then this poor Jaratkaru falling on his feet and again crying. So after hearing this, So this Rishi Jaratkaru, but he still strongly, firmly fixed in this. Oh my dear Nagakanya, till now I didn't speak in a single lie. Already I said that I will be leaving. And now can I change that words back? It's impossible. Can I make that as a false? I cannot make. Already I said I am going back. That's all. It's not that the two words 10 minutes back I am going and now I am not going. No. You don't see this kind of behavior actually. Even 100 years before also in the society, this kind of attitude was not there. If they say one word, then they are standing for that. No jokes. These Brahmanas, even jokingly also, they never lie actually. So such a austerity they were doing. Jaratkaru also was like that. So that's why already I put a condition to you. If you make unhappy, then I will be leaving. That's why now I am leaving actually. And you tell to your brother that I left. Okay? This much. And don't lament for me and don't search for me and don't try to bring back me. I will not stay here. Even if you try to search for me and find me and try to bring back, no use of those endeavors, useless endeavors. So I am leaving. So when he said like that, she deeply immersed in the sorrow, started crying like anything. And her face is dried up. And like there is a asrudhara, there is a flow of the tears. And her heart is trembling. And her body is trembling. And she is not able to imagine her life without her husband. And she started crying like anything and just falling on his feet. And she is washing his feet with the tears of her tears and crying and crying. But he doesn't want to stay back. Once decided, that's all. So such a commitment they were having. So if they committed for once, they never listen their own words. They never, they never listen themselves also. They'll be following that. That is. This is a Brahmana's commitment actually. But with the crying, she is once again saying, you always in dharma, and I am also dharma patni for you. So I will be in your service, and I am really, really having any kind of attitude of insulting you. I am a poor girl, poor woman, and it's not at all right to leave me. And my brother made our marriage for this some purpose. And to have a child through you in my womb, that is my brother's so desire. Until now, that didn't happen. And my forefathers, they are cursed actually. My brothers and my brothers are cursed by their mother, by my mother, as a Kadru. They has to be relieved. If you live like this, in the half of mission. Mission is not over now. Mission. Actually, there is a purpose. There is a mission is there. No? That's behind this. So my brother also will not be happy. So how can I show my face? And I am really desiring a child through you. And that is very much important for my brothers. So, but till now I didn't get any child. So please, I should get a child at least from you. We had already relation. I thought whether it is sure or not, I don't know. Already they had relation after the menstruation period, Rutu Chakra, Rutu Snan. So she is having the doubt actually, because child is not appearing, but whether that is stayed in her womb or not, she doesn't know. So that's why she is expecting her suspicion. I am suspecting. So whether child is there in my womb or not. So like that she was expressing her heart. After hearing this, then Rishi is saying, this Jaratkaru is saying, oh my dear wife, oh fortunate girl, oh fortunate woman, I am Asti. What he said? Asti ayam subhage garbhastava vaishwanaropamaha rishi paramadharmatma veda vedanga paragaha. Oh beautiful woman, you don't worry for this. I am Asti, that Rishi is there in your womb. Asti. Asti means there, is there. This boy is there. And this is there. That means this is there. He touched it. This is there. He said, this is there. It means I am Asti. He is there. He is there. Or this is there. Asti iti Astika. That's why his name became Astika. That means Jaratkaru, his father said, when he was in the womb, Asti. That means he is there, like that he said. Based upon that, his name became Astika. So that's why don't worry, my dear. And he will be a powerful Brahmana and Tejasvi. And he will be studying all the Vedas or Vedangas and he'll be expert Vidwan. And like that he told. So then, for doing the severe austerities, he left that place and he went to the forest. So this was the, you can see the rishis are like this. They are always, so they don't have any mood of sense gratification. Nowadays, lampat. Even after having the so many years, they still have to have sex life and wants to just chewing the chew. They want to get the rasa from the woman. And all the samsara things keep on remembering and trying to look for the happiness in different ways. By eating, by sleeping, by mating, by going there, by meeting them, by that relative, this relatives, by purchasing it, by purchasing that, simply wasting their time. Krishna conscious family men should be always simple. Simple living, high thinking. And their focus should be how to become more and more Krishna consciousness, not to extend their sense gratification. So here Astik, this Jaratkaru, they got married for the purpose, higher purpose. And they are so focused and they don't have any sense gratification. This is the main point. I'm not saying that you all should live after one child, not like that. The point is the detachment they have. That should be there actually. But you should follow your duties, make them to grow. Then after that, make them so become responsible, and then after that take the vanaprasthashram and focus even more on Krishna consciousness. So this, you do everything, whatever you are doing now also, but without any attachment. That should be there. That should be there. But people are so much attached to their wife. Without seeing her even 1 hour, they cannot stay. Immediately they started calling, where is my wife? Where is my wife? This is too much attachment. Or otherwise, sometimes children. Or otherwise, sometimes, so women also started so calling for every 2 hours once. So did you eat? Did you drink water? Did you go for toilet? Like this, keep on asking. What they ask actually, hours and hours, years and years. Only this, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Only this much whole life. This should not be there actually. So very grave and very simple and high thinking. That kind of family life one should live with the goal of Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. We'll be discussing later part tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Yes, Ravindra Sachipurti. Great Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you said Pariksit Maharaj 60 years estimated were at the time of death, at the time of the bite of the snake. So I wanted to ask that Pariksit, like Maharaj Yudhishthira, Pariksit Maharaj also was king of Jambudvip, or only the Bharatkhand, apna this Bharatkhanda. Was he the king of entire Jambudvip, or only the Bharatkhanda, and that also the Bharatkhanda earth this thing?
Actually, Parikshit Maharaj is king for entire Bharatakanda. Entire Bharatakanda. That means all Russia, China, Europe, West and East, all everything is under his control.
Okay. And
Others, any questions? Thank you very much. We'll meet in next class. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavane vaishnavi